One of the things left hanging for the Chicago Bears after Monday night's game was what's going on with DJ Moore. We now have an update to that and Noah Sewell. We're going to talk about it all and more right after this.
You are now tuned in to Chicago Bears Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bears news and content.
What's going on, Bears fans? Welcome to another episode of Chicago Bears Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Bears related. I'm the host there, Haize, but more importantly, you guys can follow the channel at Chi Bears Central on every social media platform we happen to be on. With that said, let's go ahead and get into this content for today, y'all. And Ben Johnson provided an update on ESPN 1000 in regards to DJ Moore's injury, and he says that it's actually good news. It seems like it's nothing serious. He says it was precautionary. I think we got some good news in that regard. He should be coming back today. I think it'll be day-to-day going forward. It was a groin deal that he was dealing with. I think we're going to be okay. So that's a great question, right? It's still uncertain right now if DJ Moore is going to be suiting up against the Saints on Sunday, but it does seem like Ben Johnson has a level of confidence that he's not going to be out for a long amount of time. We'll see what happens. The short turnaround time from Monday to Sunday could, provide him a chance that he may sit against the Saints to get ready to battle against the Baltimore Ravens in Week 8. That remains to be seen. But for all intents and purposes, it seems like a serious injury was avoided by DJ Moore. And that's serious. I mean, when you look at it, especially the fact that they held him overnight, things like that, it just didn't look the best as far as the outcome and the outlook of it. But it seems like it's nothing too much to worry about there. DJ Moore seems like he's going to be fine, and that's really good when it comes down to that. So good things that we hear in DJ Moore. You love to get a positive update in regard to one of your weapons in DJ Moore. Even though he hasn't been utilized the way that he was previously, DJ Moore is still a big weapon for this Bears team, and it's still an important piece to what this Bears team is trying to do. So good to hear that, and DJ Moore, gets that update. So let's hope that just continues for the team, and overall it's not going to be anything that's too bad for DJ Moore. Now, outside of that, it seems like Noah Sewell did not make it any luck there. He does have, I believe, a grade 2 concussion that's going to leave him in the concussion protocol for a little while. Does not seem like Noah Sewell, much like DJ Moore, is going to have that short turnaround time on his injury. Seems like Noah Sewell is probably going to be out for a little while. He's going to miss some time for the Chicago Bears, unfortunately. And that's just what it looks like is going to happen for this team. Noah Sewell has been a really important part of this Bears team, especially with that when TJ Edwards was out. Noah Sewell and his run defense and just his overall tenacity that he's brought to the field for the Chicago Bears has definitely been something that has left an impact for this team. And this is a guy that was regulated mainly to special teams when he did play over his first 2 years with the Chicago Bears, and he's looked pretty good this season. So, especially with a concussion, the teams aren't going to take they're not going to play with that. And so Noah Sewell is going to have some time to sit down, to rest, and we'll see what comes of it after that. We'll see what Noah Sewell, how soon he's able to get back out on the football field. But considering the short turnaround, shouldn't be a surprise to anybody that Noah Sewell's not going to be out there a lot. So, you're not going to have a big day for Noah Sewell. You're not going to have, a quick turnaround time for that. Noah's going to miss some time, man. And I wouldn't be surprised if it's even more than just the Week 7 matchup. Of course, knock on wood, we want a speedy recovery. As soon as he's cleared and ready to go, we're going to need him out there. But I have this vision that I want to see of having TJ Edwards, Noah Sewell, and Tremaine Edmonds all healthy for the Chicago Bears, and what Dennis Allen does with that. And, this is going to give an opportunity for somebody like Ruben Hippolyte to step in and see what he can bring for the Chicago Bears in this scenario. And, I'm all for opening opportunities for rookies. So, if Ruben Hippolyte's able to step in there with his speed, come around the outside, I do think Dennis Allen's going to have to scheme it very differently, right? Ruben Hippolyte is a very different type of player than Noah Sewell. He does it more with speed. A combination of speed and strength, make no mistake about it. Not to say that Noah's like a slow player or a sloth or anything out there, but he does have the quickness of a Ruben Hippolyte, not with pads on. So, that's there. And now Noah gets an opportunity to make an impact, right? And so we'll see what happens with the Chicago Bears with that. We'll see what they're able to do. And overall, hopefully things go the right way for the Chicago Bears. Jace, they need DJ to fully heal. We're going to need him down the road. Exactly, right? And I think when you look at the wide receiver core, Luther Burden, Oz, Rome Odunze, they're still very talented. I do think if DJ Moore is not going to be out there for next week, then, use your tight ends more. You still got Colston Loveland. You still got Cole Kmet. You want to work them more into the offense. That gives you an opportunity to do something like that as well. So, it's just going to have to – Ben Johnson's going to have to do it a little different. And like I said, with Noah Sewell being out, you're going to have to scheme a little bit different. You're going to have to plan a little bit differently. And, I know that the stat sheet doesn't jump out at you for DJ Moore, but teams are still fearful of what DJ Moore can do with yards after the catch. So you're going to have to simulate that now, find a different way to put that pressure on the defense. And that's just what you're going to have to do. And there's nothing wrong with that one. You have to figure it out. I think the Bears can figure it out. I hope that they can, and we'll see how that works out for the team over time, man. Michael Noel says, time for a little Luther. Listen, you got may have to call him Big Luther, man, because Luther Burden, that's a big target out there. That's a big guy, a strong guy. So, I have faith in this wide receiver core. We talked about the depth of this receiver core all offseason. And while the stat sheet, like I said, isn't crazy right now, jumping at you, this is a very capable wide receiver core. We have guys that know their job, that know what to go out there and do. They know how to play football. And listen, I feel very confident in that. I feel very happy in that. So that's perfectly fine for me. Have that competent wide receiver core. Go out there. You got a guy in Ben Johnson who can call a game. You got a guy in Declan Doyle who's a very creative offensive mind. And go out there and figure it the fuck out. And that's really it. It's not rocket science. Next man up mentality. That's what you have to have in football. That's what you need to have for a game that's as brutal as football can be. You got to have people that can step up. That is part of the reason why I'm all for keeping depth. When people talk about, this guy's now expendable, unless they're truly expendable, I'm always about keeping depth because you need that. And as the season goes on, you're going to have guys that aren't playing 100%. You're going to have guys that have to take a game off, that get dinged up, whatever else it is. That's why depth is hugely quality depth, right? 53-man roster is 53-man roster, but you got to have that quality depth, especially if you can have that at your skill positions. That's what can keep you afloat when you have an injury to a guy like a DJ Moore, right? So we'll see what happens there. But the thing that's unfortunate about it all is that it's just like the Bears just have not caught an injury break at all this season. It's been one thing after another with injuries at different, and it's all been, well, not all, but a lot of them been key injuries, right? Jalen, key injury. Kyler, key injury. TJ Edwards, a key injury. Javon Dexter, that's a starter for us. Grady Jarrett, that's a starter for us, right? Now you're losing DJ Moore, that's another starter for us. So, we've dealt with some pretty major, injury concerns at the start of this year, and hopefully that's a sign that maybe we can finish it a little bit strong, with health, but. That's just some of the stuff you run into in football. That's why you need depth. And that's why, when we drafted like Luther and people were like, we got to trade DJ Moore. No, let's hold on to that. Let's at least for a little while you have the financial flexibility to hold on to those guys, you hold on to them. You think we get a look at dude who had a good preseason at wide receiver? Who are you talking about? Honestly, I'm throwing a blank right now. Jahade Walker? Is that who we're talking about? Isn't he out too? Maybe not. We'll see. It's time for tight ends to earn their checks. I agree with that wholeheartedly. This is time where you scheme your tight ends. Colston Loveland, he can run routes like a wide receiver. This is where you start scheming for your tight ends, right? So you're going to be missing that big body, that big target in DJ Moore. You got to now filter that in with using your tight ends. Get that shit together. For others, step up time, DJ rest for a week. He'll be good after. Yeah, it seems like it. It seems like it. Goddamn, can we catch a break? We can't win for shit when it comes to these injuries. Listen, when you look at the NFL, the Bears aren't the only one dealing with this. This is a brutal sport, man, and you're going to deal with injuries. That's why they allow for 53 people on the roster. because you need that depth. There's going to be guys that, even if it's not missing games, there's going to be guys that have to sit for halves or quarters. You're not going to have those guys. And, that's just what it is. So you need to use that depth. And I don't think, to be 100% honest with you, I don't think we've used our depth the best that we've could up until this point. I don't think that we have. So this is an opportunity for some guys to earn some trust from Ben Johnson, and we'll see what happens there. Yeah, Walker. Yeah. I figured that out as I was talking. Haize, you must have been going out to the club or something. The outfit is fly. Nah, you think I'm going to wear Bears outfit to the club? Why do you think they call me Drip? It's for a reason, my guy. Like, this is what we do out here, my boy. This is what we do. But all right, y'all. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. I just wanted to bring that update real quick, man. Yeah, hopefully we don't get any more injury updates. Let's hope the Bears can lock in and get their shit together, because we got to get another victory. Can we make it 4 in a row? That's the hope, right? Melvin says, I agree. Would love to see tight ends, especially Cole Kmet, more involved on our offense for the time being. Yeah, I mean, listen, and we've had times of trying to get those guys, but they also got to perform, man. And I don't say that to shit on anybody. I really don't. But we need these guys to perform, bro, because there have been too many opportunities where we have gotten them some opportunities and things have just not gone the way. Oh, I don't like that theme at all. That looks homeless. And it just doesn't work out. So let's hope that we can get that shit together for sure. But all right, y'all. SP done came in here with that weird shit, so that's time to end the stream. Love you guys, man. Make sure you guys are following us at Shy Bears Central. You can send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns, ChicagoBearsCentral@gmail.com. Lastly, if you want to leave a text message and our voicemail for the mailbag, the number to do so, 773-270-2799. We are the #1 spot for everything Chicago Bears related, but that is thanks to you, lovely and beautiful people. And like I like to end every episode on, Chi-Town up, Bear down. Love you guys.